Hey, Chris Zaldain here. We're out in the middle of Lake Ray Roberts, just north of Fort Worth, Texas here. This is the site of the 51st Bassmaster Classic. I'm out here in the middle of the lake where the tournament will most likely be won out offshore. Look for Minn Kota Humminbird pros out in the middle of the lake looking for those road beds, drop-offs, rock piles, old house foundations, old pond dams. There's so much offshore structure here on Lake Ray Roberts in June that, you know, a guy could pull up to any one of these spots and catch a legit 10-pound bass. It's a fairly small Texas-sized lake with 2 arms to it, so a guy could run from top to bottom, no problem. He could get on his Ultrex trolling motor and really navigate through some of this standing timber. It's gonna be all about finding the shade, feeding bass, bait resources, and you know, offshore cover. As the wind kicks up, this is it's kind of the North Texas Plains area, so you get a real predominant southwest wind. There's a lot of 10 to 15 to 20 mile per hour forecast out here, and we'll likely see that during the Bassmaster Classic. So spot lock is going to be very, very crucial pulling up to some of these offshore spots. A lot of times when you find a piece of structure, cast into that structure and being efficient with that one cast or that second cast or third cast and being able to move on to the next one, you just can't achieve that without spot lock. Look for the guys using Mega 360 to really hone in on some of this offshore structure, standing timber, marina docks, rock piles, drop-offs, ledges. This lake has got it, you know, anywhere from 12 to 25 feet of water. You know, the summer months, it's a little warmer out here. The fish are starting to move offshore. So look for a Humminbird angler to go out, use his side imaging, his down imaging, and his 360 imaging to really hone in on some of this offshore structure and get some of these schools of bass fired up. But don't discount the shallow water bite. I could see a guy raptoring down on a shallow sandbar or a shallow shell bar, and in a one cast length, making a cast out to some standing timber, provides a little bit of shade. You'll see guys getting a couple big bites that way. So top water, deep crankbaits, big worms, all that stuff will play. We know one thing about Texas, they grow them big here. There's a lot of big bass on this place, so look for a pro to really hone in on some of this offshore structure and some of that shallow structure, dropping a bunch of waypoints all over this lake and executing to win the Bassmaster Classic.